So my name is Adam Burling. I'm the tour coordinator for Save Sarawak Rivers, and I'm proud to stand here today with two Indigenous leaders from Sarawak. We've come to Australia, these gentlemen have come to Australia to raise awareness about a mass hydro-industrialisation project in Sarawak, which will displace tens of thousands of Indigenous people there. International human rights group Bruno Mansa Fund has described it as a cultural genocide. We have Peter Kallang from Community Network Save Rivers, and we have James Narang from a village near one of the proposed dam sites. He is one of more than 20,000 people who will be displaced just by that one dam. And the reason, again, the tour is here is to raise awareness about Hydro Tasmania's involvement in these projects. Hydro Tasmania has seconded key employees to Sarawak Energy, which is coordinating the dams, as well as offering consultancy services to Sarawak Energy. So we've been very clear with the message on our tour from Sydney, Melbourne, Canberra, Hobart, is that Hydro Tasmania should not be involved in this project. It should not be involved in these human rights abuses, and they should withdraw immediately. So I will hand over to the two gentlemen to explain a little bit about the situation on the ground.
Thank you very much. The Sarawak state in Malaysia is situated on the island of Borneo. We already have two dams which are running. The first dam was commissioned in 1986. The second dam, which is the Bakun Dam, the second largest dam of its kind in the world, was commissioned last year. And now the government is planning to build 12 more dams. There are 12 dams on the drawing board. One is already being built. It is due for commissioning by early next year, it's early 2013. And learning from the past dams which they have built, the people were being relocated from the original place where they live, and they were told that they would get free electricity, free housing, and free water, and they would pay properly for the houses that they abandoned because of the dams, and proper compensation. But a lot of the promises have not been fulfilled, and because of that, the dam which was being commissioned last year, it relocated 10,000 people, and half of those people have now moved to town to look for odd jobs and general laborers. And then the remaining half who are left at the dam site, half of those have gone back to the original place where they came from, try to find small pieces of land where they could plant and do some fishing. So from this we can see the ability of the government of the state of Sarawak to handle relocation or resettlement is not there. That's why when the government is saying that they're going to build 12 dams and a potential of 50 dams, the people affected by these dams are very worried, and we come here to Australia because one of the key players in building this dam in Sarawak is Hydro Tasmania, a state-owned company belonging to the state of Tasmania. That's why we come, we appeal to the Hydro Tasmania to get out of Sarawak immediately, and we would like the people of Australia to support us in order to pressure Hydro Tasmania to get out. That is our reason why we come here.
You've met with Roy Adair, the CEO of Hydro, this morning. What was his reaction to the message that you were trying to give him?
The message that we received from the CEO of Hydro Tasmania, Roy Adair, is that he said that the dam they are going to build is world class, is a standard, and then they're going to be consulted properly and all the rest of it. But what we have seen, because one of the dam which is going to be commissioned next year, the Murum Dam, the Hydro Tasmania was also involved in that. And last month, these people affected by the Murum Dam went on a blockade because in August, what they're going to get, the compensation they get, leaked out, and they found out what they're getting is far less than what they were told they were going to get. So that's why we said that we do not trust what these people in Hydro Tasmania or people in the state of Sarawak or people from the Sarawak Energy is saying. We We don't trust because they don't have the ability, they don't have the will to bring the people so that the people affected are happy. That's why we come and appeal to the people of Tasmania, especially to make sure that Hydro Tasmania could stop this improvement in the dam project in Sarawak.
So why there gave you no assurances or didn't undertake to do anything?
He said that the role of Hydro Tasmania is minimal in this project and asked us why we should target a dam. But my reply is that no matter how small role a person play, when he knows that he is involved with human rights, involved with other factors, things like corruptions and all that, I think you should avoid all involvement.
If Hydro Tasmania were to remove themselves from this project, that wouldn't make it stop though, would it?
If Hydro Tasmania get out from the project, it will produce a big dent in the organization of the dam project, and beside that, it will send a warning to all other investors from overseas that getting involved in the Sarawak Dam project is not something that is just a business venture, but it is something that is involves human rights and neglect of human rights, and also involvement in a lot of corruptions that is going on around there.
This project is said to cause cultural genocide. What do you mean by that?
The people who are affected by the project are indigenous people who are minority in the country. In Malaysia, the indigenous people affected form less than 1%. So if they are forced to move out from where they are living, they will go to towns and cities, and I can see that they will lose their language, they will lose their culture, and then the people will be just dissolved in the whole of Malaysia, and then we will lose people. These people are going to be lost. They are the only group of this particular indigenous people in the world.